Hello, welcome back. This is Grill and Hummer. I got to make this really quick. I am not from an immediate military family. I've had some uncles and maybe some deep cousins that have been a part of the military, Army, Air Force, here and there, but not my dad, not my grandfather, not me, not my brother or anybody or anyone else, or sisters and aunts, whatever. Not really a military family. But we do believe in defending ourselves. We love our country. We love individual thought. We, enjoy the freedoms and the opportunities that come with it by simply being in this country. Now, with a lot of stuff going on, I have been hearing, this is concerning masks. The CDC is not our friend. The HWO is not our friend. And that I'm finding out. Of course, we are now this is now February, 11 months of mask wearing everywhere. And I remember I've been seeing a lot of stuff online and stuff on the radio, and some military guy mentioned about MOP, MOPP, PPE and stuff like. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? So I looked it up, and I came across remm.nlm.gov, REM, Radiation Emergency Medical Management, and it is explaining the MOP, which is MOPP, which stands for Mission Oriented Protective Posture Gear, or military PPE. And it's gear that they need to wear for certain situations for protection. And what the guy on the radio was talking about was this. And I found it interesting because the guy was this ex-military or guy on the radio was mentioning how, they have to inspect the MOP outfits, or there could be contamination. You could still get, what is a MOP outfit if you don't know? It is a CBRN gear that troops will wear for contaminated environments. Contamination. So they won't be contaminated by chemical agents, biological agents, radioactive agents. And it is, in the N is neutrons and gamma radiation. Can pass through all forms of PPE, but not the MOP, not the NOPP, from what this website is. And I found one where it's like a study guide for their gear, because they really have to know this stuff. But the one website I'm looking at the very top, and I'm going to put it up here so y'all can see part of it, is a disclaimer. We have a disclaimer from .gov here about COVID-19 is an emerging, rapidly evolving situation. Get the latest public health information from the CDC. They list the website. Get the latest research information from NIH, HTTPS, etc., etc. And I'm like, why is this here? Are they trying to warn military personnel that it might come to this? When I even did a simple search for MOP gear and equipment, I saw some stuff on MOP gear being sold on eBay, on Amazon, and the new winter gear that's out for this stuff. And I'm like, okay, how bad are they expecting this to really be? How bad really is this virus? Or is it because they are listening to every piece of media to make sure, and this is making my blood boil, guys, that trying to stop the spread of truth that they label as misinformation? If you look up the HWO for the UK side, I found a site for them also, which it's like Voldemort's followers. Oh, sorry. Voldemort's followers, the Snatchers, going around and looking for people when they say the name. of Voldemort, which, in book 7 is, Voldemort's alive. They taboo the name. You say the name, the Snatchers come and get you and then take you away, and they judge you and take your wand if you're a half muggle or whatever based on your history. That is what's going on right now in our country. We have lost our freedoms, people. They're gone. They are trying to squash our information. That doesn't follow their narrative. This is scary. The CEO or owner of Parler pretty much voluntarily terminated himself, or I guess he just, I don't know. Maybe he just quit because it was just too much work to try to get everything back up. Originally, they said it was going to be back up by the end of January. I haven't checked my account. It's just the button is there, but I haven't touched it in weeks. Am I hurting anybody? No, I hardly leave my house because I work from home. Most thing I do is go to the grocery store and Walmart, guys. I mean, really. And I'm a threat, supposedly. I'm a terrorist? No. But the route this country is going very quickly under this administration, they are pushing their global initiative. You look for the truth as fast as you can. Look for every alternative of means of media imaginable. I don't care if I'm not being watched at all, because according to my analytics, I'm not. Look this stuff up. It's real. It's true. Military guys are laughing at people walking around with masks on. If you have a beard, the mask isn't going to help you much either, because stuff can get under your mask, your covering, because you wear a beard. It's not tight on your skin. So microbials and whatnot, you can still be contaminated. You can still breathe it in. Like I have said since last April, we're all going to get this. We're all going to have to get this. That is part of herd immunity. The only reason that they did the 2 week, if you remember, they even said the whole 2 week thing was to wait for it to plateau and to make sure our hospitals were not overwhelmed. That was the whole purpose of the quarantines, for the 15-day quarantine almost a year ago now. That's all it was supposed to do. Which doesn't mean it was meant to stop anything or prevent spreading. Because one, we know it's a virus. Viruses spread. Two, viruses mutate. It has mutated. We have at least two new different strands already that they're working to combat and come up. And we've got some vaccines now that are out and available. Now we just have to stay in line in our little socialistic line, waiting our turn and see who's essential. I don't see what's wrong with, I don't have a problem with that exactly, but the way it's being done, I have a problem with. I don't see why. It's like, okay, do the elderly and then do these people, get it done by a certain day, have enough vaccines, get them in, get them out of work, have a day off, come get it done for a week or whatever with a certain time frame for a certain time period for these people, and then start working alphabetically with everybody else. They're not doing that. It's just really getting on my nerves. Not that I'm looking forward to my vaccine, but my wife has had it. Gotten the vaccine. She's going to get her second vaccine just tomorrow, actually. But when military personnel that deal with the MOP gear laugh at us wearing a little cloth mask over our face, thinking that's going to do something. And then in the meantime, we have hoity-toity people and a lot of Democrats and some even Republicans that are like, oh, you're not wearing your mask. We gotta push you out of this store. You can't be here. You're gonna get us all sick. Well, what about the other people in the store already wearing the mask and they might be carrying it as well? And they don't know it because they're asymptomatic. We all need to be tested. Trump did his best. He really did. And they want to squish that as quick as they can. Because people were fighting against him, I believe. From day one. What is going on back there outside? But think. I am not deluded in my misinformation, and I need to be reported and called out by the WHO. Oh, let these people know. You need to report every information. Yeah, I saw that last night on the internet. They are really assuming a lot. They're really presuming a lot of interesting things. They are really wanting to control our information. They're wanting to get us to shut up. This is scary. Build back better is not better. It's not good, and it's not what Americans should want. And the more I look into this, the more we did not vote Biden in. And I don't care what you think. I really think he didn't win this past election. Because if they were so sure he won the election, then they would have taken every effort to verify it and say, look, here is the certificate of authenticity. Here are the results. We have gone over it with a fine-tooth comb. He is the president. Now shut up. They haven't done that. Now have they? No, they haven't. Because they're afraid of being called out, and I think they're afraid of us. When Trump leaves office, they start working on taking out the wall at our south border and then wall up DC. The next 4 years, I'm praying every day than I have ever prayed before. My relationship with Christ is getting stronger every minute. That's why change is needed. Good change, not destructive change, not negative change, not dividing us with words and actions that are detrimental to this country. So many of us have tried to warn people. We've tried to warn you. And I've not been one of those exactly. But they want to squish the opposition so bad. They want to take over our country. Believe me. That's all I have to say is you've got to believe me.